welcome to W.M.S.T podcast episode number 35. I am your host Syed. Make sure you like and subscribe and share this video and audio. On tonight's episode, we will preview the plethora of wrestling shows airing this week, including the season premiere of Raw, Smackdown on Fox, NXT on USA Network, and finally, after months of anticipation, AEW Wednesday Night Dynamite is going to air this Wednesday, and we are here to break it down. And also, we're going to talk Joker and El Camino during our Feature Mania segment, and we'll have more news on Star Wars and another bonus content. So without further ado, here is the cast for tonight. We've got the editor-in-chief for the podcast, Ziggler. What up, Ziggler?
Cam has gone cryptic. This I want to get to the bottom of this shit. This is not cool.
Yeah, I guess we'll have to wait till October 1st for that. Speaking of Cam, he is the most interesting weirdo in the world. It's Cameron. Cam, what up, Cam?
1, 1, 2, 0, 2, 0.
So just take that as you will, and we will find out what the message is on October 1st. All right. So with that, let's preview the crazy amount of shows we have going on this week. Of course, we got Raw on Monday, which is going to be the season premiere. We got Smackdown on Friday, NXT on Wednesday, and AEW. So let's get started with Raw this week, which is being labeled as the season premiere for Raw, even though they run like every day, every Monday. So I don't know how much of a season premiere that is. So let's look at the card for Raw. All right, so we have got an appearance from Brock Lesnar, so we'll see what happens with Brock Lesnar on the show. Usually it's a segment with him and Paul Heyman doing a promo, but we'll see if anything special happens. We've got a Miz TV segment with Hulk Hogan and Ric Flair, Hulk Hogan was, by the way, booed a lot, is what I heard from the live crowd. We've got Alexa Bliss versus Sasha Banks. We've got the tag team championship match between Ziggler and Rude versus Heavy Machinery. We've got United States Championship match, AJ Styles versus Cedric Alexander. And finally, we've got a dream matchup, Seth Rollins versus Rey Mysterio. So which match are you guys looking forward to the most? And what are your overall thoughts on the new commentary team for Raw season premiere? So Ziggler, what are your thoughts?
I mean, the match I'm looking forward to the most is probably Seth Rollins versus Rey Mysterio, and also I forgot Cedric Alexander versus AJ Styles should be fucking great. I'm not sure if they're ready to put the title on Cedric Alexander yet, but if they do, I know he'll make a great champion. And yeah, I mean, they've been going on with this little feud with them for a little while now, so yeah, I'm hoping for a good match, which both of these guys are fucking great. And yeah, I mean, Styles will most likely win, but I'm kind of pulling for Cedric. Yeah, I've been a fan of Cedric for a long time. And the tag title match is random as hell. What did Heavy Machinery do to deserve a tag team title match on Raw? And they're SmackDown wrestlers too, so I don't know. I mean, I guess it's gonna be all right. And then the Miz TV thing, the Fiend Bray Wyatt is definitely gonna attack Hulk Hogan or Ric Flair. Or both. I don't know. He's just gonna kill some legends again, which is always fun. And Brock Lesnar returning. Yeah, he's most likely gonna do a promo with Paul Heyman. About they're gonna hype up the Kofi match. Kofi Kingston is probably gonna show up, and I don't know, they might have a little brawl. I don't know. He might get F5'd again or Kofi might hit the Trouble in Paradise and rock him a little bit. I don't know. But yeah, it's probably going to be a little brawl leading up to their match on Friday. And yeah, I mean, I don't really have like a lot of expectations for this. Yeah, so and this is also happening while GCW has a show, like a farewell to Joey Janela, Jungle Boy, and Marco Stunt. So yeah, I mean, we'll see where this leads to. Hoping, yeah, Raw is entering a new era. So yeah, hopefully it'll kick off. Hopefully it'll kick off a new era, right? So yeah, those are my thoughts.
Awesome. And Cam, what are your thoughts on the Raw season premiere, and which match are you looking forward to the most?
Well, first off, quote unquote season premiere, even though they've had, according to Wikipedia, they've had 26 seasons, yet they're gonna do the using the season premiere tag just to get ratings. There's like a theme for the show. They rarely use this theme. Anyway, the Universal title match and the US title match should be rather fun matches. I'm glad that there's something worth a damn about Raw, considering the fact that the draft is coming up later on, and they actually have they're getting new sets, apparently, new pyro. That might be rumors, that might be false. Hopefully it happens. They have new graphics, new theme music. They're taking a step in the right direction. We're making everything, changing up everything. And yes, for that Lesnar segment, Kofi might get involved. Should be fun.
Yeah, it definitely should be a fun show, and we'll see how the season premiere unfolds for Raw. All right, and speaking of Raw and the show that is supposed to be now the A show, Smackdown on Fox is gonna we're gonna preview it, and it's gonna be airing this Friday, which is kind of weird since we've been having Smackdown on Tuesdays for the last 3 years now. It's going back to Friday nights like it used to be back in like 2014 and beyond. So let's preview the card for the first ever Smackdown on Fox. We've got actually a lot of appearances from a lot of legends. Hearing that's Steve Austin, Hulk Hogan, Sting, Ric Flair, Booker T, Trish Stratus. There's going to be a lot of legends on the show. It's pretty much going to be like a Raw reunion type of thing to get them ratings popping. Just added to the card was Eric Rowan versus Roman Reigns. Then we also have Kevin Owens versus Shane McMahon in a ladder match. If Shane wins, Kevin Owens is fired for good. And if Kevin Owens wins, Shane McMahon is gone from the company. We've got Raw Women's Champion Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair facing against Bayley and Sasha Banks. And finally, we've got the main event, Brock Lesnar versus Kofi Kingston for the WWE Championship. Brock Lesnar wrestling on live TV for the first time in 15 years. So, Ziggler, what are your thoughts on this card, man? And what are your expectations with SmackDown?
I was actually surprised this past Tuesday when the Kevin Owens and Shane McMahon thing was going on. I thought it was going to be a Hell in a Cell match at Hell in a Cell. I was really surprised that was going to be a ladder match. And when they announced it was going to be a ladder match, I thought it was going to be a Hell in a Cell. They didn't say anything about it being next week. So I was like, oh, shit. I mean, that's a pretty cool match, I guess. But, yeah, now that it's on SmackDown, I mean, it still should be good. Maybe. I don't know. Shane McMahon is kind of but it's a ladder match, and he's going to most definitely jump off some shit and crash and burn. But yeah, and I fully expect Kevin Owens to win because, well, actually, maybe he'll win. I don't know. I was hoping he would go to NXT and join the Undisputed Era or some shit, or maybe even go to NXT just to feud with Adam Cole. That would be cool. But I'm not sure if they're going with that route. if they were going with that route, then Shane McMahon would win, and he'd fire Kevin Owens, and then he would go to NXT. But yeah, I'm not sure what they're doing with this yet. So I really don't know who's going to win. And then that main event, Brock Lesnar versus Kofi Kingston. I mean, sign me the fuck up. I'm expecting Kofi Kingston to win this. Brock Lesnar doesn't need another title. He's just there for the ratings, and he is just there for Kofi Kingston to look fucking strong, to make him look like a strong champion. And I'm hoping for a good back and forth match, like a Rollins Lesnar match, or like a Styles Lesnar. Like, obviously Lesnar is gonna dominate like the first 10 minutes or so, but then Kofi will get like a comeback and it'll be awesome, and then he'll win the whole thing. So the SmackDown's probably gonna be good, and I believe they're making like Friday night SmackDown like the new like big show, because they got Michael Cole, Renee Young, and Corey Graves on this show for the commentary, and they were commentating for Raw. And for Raw, they got like 3 new guys and Jarrett Lawler. He's not new. So 2 new guys. And I know Vic Joseph was a commentator for 205 Live, but he's still good, but he's still very, very new and has lots to learn. But yeah, Friday Night SmackDown should be good this week, next week. So I'm definitely looking forward to that.
Yep, sounds good. And Cam, what are your thoughts on Friday Night SmackDown? How does it feel?
They have been promoting this thing for over a year now. They've been promoting it on the main local channel for months. You've already seen the promos for football, for baseball. There's even been some instances during the earlier portions of the NASCAR season when they were promoting it. It's actually unreal how SmackDown, usually known as the B show compared to Raw, is basically getting the big TV deal, the big promotions during the NFL season. And heck, it might even get promotion during the World Series, since the MLB postseason is coming up. And don't get me started on AEW. Anyway, SmackDown. This is going to be my show of the week to basically watch. This is going to be my show of the week to get hyped for. The main event, Lesnar's first match on SmackDown since 2004. They're still in that dilemma of they need a match at Hell in a Cell, and they might do the match again. Like, Kofi might win here and Lesnar might win at Hell in a Cell, or vice versa. The ladder match, for the loser gets fired, the ladder match, I was thinking it was going to be a cell match like 2017, only with the roles reversed, but I was thinking, when they mentioned, it's going to be a ladder match, I was thinking, okay, it's going to be a ladder match at Hell in a Cell. No, it's going to be a ladder match on SmackDown. They're basically pulling out all the stops to make this show must-see. It's kind of to the point where they actually forgot to add SmackDown matches for Hell in a Cell. Like, this is our big pay-per-view. Screw Hell in a Cell. And what are the other matches besides those 2? Like, I know that they're doing the MSG.
Four horsewoman tag match.
Yeah, that's the rematch from the MSG Raw.
Roman and Rowan. That's it. Roman and Rowan.
And the Roll Out the Legends thing, just like Raw Reunion.
Yeah, should be an interesting episode. And you're right, I was going to actually mention like how Hell in a Cell literally has no build, it feels like, since they're building to these big mega shows. But yeah, honestly though, I'm glad SmackDown is back on Fridays. It's just great to sit back, relax on a Friday night and just watch SmackDown. I mean, that's what I used to do back in the day when SmackDown was on Fridays when I was in like middle school and high school. So I think it's a really good spot for a wrestling
Hell yeah,
show.
those are the times, man.
Yeah, that's for sure, man. So yeah, I'm
Watching
definitely
Jeff
glad.
Hardy and CM Punk on Friday nights, that was
Right,
fun.
right. So yeah, it's a really good spot for wrestling, and we'll see how it turns out for them. All right, so now let's talk about the brand that moved to USA Network because of SmackDown's departure. NXT, they're gonna be doing their mega show, competing against AEW. So they've got a loaded card themselves. They've got Adam Cole versus Matt Riddle for the NXT Championship. They've got Shayna Baszler versus Candice LeRae for the NXT Women's Championship. They've got the Street Profits versus the Undisputed Era for the NXT Tag Team Championships. So you guys already know these matches are probably going to be uh, like just classics because that's what NXT does. They just deliver classic after classic. So Ziggler, what are your thoughts on this NXT mega show that we're getting for free on TV?
Yeah, this is the first 2-hour live USA special. I mean, not special show, because for the last 2 weeks they've been putting 1 hour on the USA, the other hour on WWE Network. So I don't know. It's gonna be a weird change, but because I miss, like, while I was watching NXT, like there's quite a few commercials, but they said there's gonna be limited commercials to this one. So I'm like, all right, let's see how that works. But yeah, this card is stacked so far. Even though it has 3 matches, it's most likely gonna have some more. Um, but yeah, I honestly can't wait. Cole versus Riddle, most likely the main event, is gonna be fucking crazy. I loved their match in the PWG. They've only had one match together in the Indies, I believe. I don't know. I could be wrong. Maybe in Evolve. Fuck if I know. But yeah, I can't wait for that match. It's gonna be a great match. And the tag team match, I mean, we've seen it a few times now. We saw it at the last takeover, and then we saw it like a few weeks ago, when the Era defeated the Profits for the title, on NXT TV and the network. And I mean, the matches are good, they're alright, but I don't know. A third one might, well, it's just probably gonna be the same. I don't know what else they can do with that rivalry, but it's still gonna be good, most likely. And then the Candice versus Shayna, my heart. I love Candice LeRae, and I want her to be the champion, but I just don't think it's gonna happen. I mean, if anybody's gonna take the title off of Shayna, I think it's gonna be Rhea Ripley, and I think they're saving that for maybe War Games or something. So yeah, but yeah, I mean, the match should be alright, I guess. I like Shayna, I like Candice, so yeah, it should be alright. But I'm most likely gonna record this and just watch the AEW live because it's their first show, and I just want to see how that goes. So I'm probably gonna record this. I might even go back and forth while watching this too. So yeah.
Sounds good. I mean, yeah, personally for me though, I'll probably be sticking with AEW throughout the night. Not much of a channel flipper, but yeah, that's going to be something interesting wrestling fans are going to have to think about. And Cam, what are your thoughts on this NXT card? And yeah, go ahead.
For starters, I'm watching both shows. I don't get this stupid ass turf war between AEW and NXT. Who gives a shit? It's all wrestling. We're the winners in the end. We're the winners. So 3 tag title matches. Excuse me. 3 title matches. It's basically a mini takeover. It harkens back to the old days of the takeovers at Full Sail before Brooklyn. It's kind of like that, only on television.
Yeah, very true. I mean, I even remember like NXT Arrival, so this definitely has that kind of feel for a show. And speaking of NXT, the show, it's going to be going head to head against hour for hour. AEW Dynamite finally gonna air this Wednesday on TNT. So let's look at the card and see which match you guys are looking forward to the most. So we got for the first ever AEW show, we have show on TV. We got MJF versus Brandon Cutler. Of course, MJF, one of the rising stars, one of the best heels in the business. We've got Adam Page versus Pac, so we're finally getting that match. We've got Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks versus Chris Jericho, and two mystery partners who, I mean, are probably going to be LAX, but it's like they can probably go with somebody even more surprising than that. We've got AEW Women's Championship match between Nyla Rose and Rio. And we've got Cody Rhodes versus Sammy Guevara. So really cool. And of course, there will be rumors about Jon Moxley possibly appearing on the show. And some
No, he
more.
is. He's definitely appearing.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's probably going to set up his full build to his Full Gear match. And yeah, also we'll probably have some more debuts since it's going to be a 2-hour episode, so definitely going to have some surprise debuts as well. So Ziggler, AEW, Dynamite, thoughts? What are you thinking?
I mean, yeah, this is still a hell of a card. I mean, there's probably going to be a few more matches added to this, like impromptu matches, but yeah, I wanted to start off with the MJF and Brandon Cutler. I mean, I don't know, like I'm not really a fan of both of them in ring. That's what I'm saying. Like MJF is a great heel, no denying that, but in ring, I don't know, he's alright. And Brandon Cutler, I remember last seeing him wrestle in like PWG years and years ago. I was never a fan of him. But the match I'm looking forward to the most is that bastard Pac versus Hangman Page. I was so upset when that match didn't happen at Double or Nothing. I was so pissed off, and now we're getting to see it, and I honestly can't wait for that match. When that got announced, like maybe like a week ago, I was so happy, and yeah. I'm also looking forward to Sammy Guevara and Cody. Cody, I don't know, he's been turning me around. I used to hate him. I used to not be a fan of him, but of his in-ring work. I just never was a fan of his in-ring work. But yeah, he's been doing good, and Sammy Guevara is a hell of a fucking young wrestler, and I think they can have a great match. And the 6-man tag, yeah, I didn't know who they were going to be, but now you brought up LAX. Most likely probably going to be is LAX, the tag team partners, which would be all right, but yeah, it'll still be cool. And yeah, that women's title match, I hate the look of the women's title. It's ugly as fuck. I don't like the women's title, but the match itself should be pretty good. I was there for that triple threat. But was it triple threat for 4-way? I think it was triple threat. I was there for that triple threat match at Fyter Fest, and it was pretty good. And that's just a little taste of this. It's probably going to be a great match. And Jon Moxley is probably going to cut a promo. And he's fighting Kenny Omega at Full Gear, so maybe Kenny Omega is going to come out. They're going to shoot back at each other. I don't know. But yeah, it should be. It should be a hell of a show. It's their first show, so I think they should go all out with this shit. So, yeah.
Yeah, for sure, man. And before we move on to Cam, I just want to point out a few IG IWC connections to AEW. Of course, MJF was before he became a douchebag heel, he was part of the Instagram wrestling community for a bit. He even appeared on Jordan Bass's Starship Paincast podcast, which was like 3-4 years ago. Really cool to see these guys part of a rising wrestling promotion. Really cool stuff. And Cam, your thoughts on AEW's TV debut?
I can finally judge them without being judged. I can finally consume them and actually see what they can do on a weekly television basis and actually competing with the biggest wrestling company on the planet. I can finally watch them. The teasers were nice, but now let's see what they can do. Meanwhile, I mentioned that SmackDown was getting heavy promotion from Fox. The Turner channels were promoting AEW by just giving them commercials. But October is when the NBA season starts and when the World Series starts. The promotion for AEW could be huge for them. The World Series is going to be on TBS and the NBA season is going to be on TNT, so they're going to promote the heck out of them. As for the main show itself, I have a question. Is the tag title tournament going to happen on there?
This week, no, but next week it is.
Yep, that's correct.
I think it's gonna start next week with the Young Bucks versus Private Party.
Because I was just thinking about it. So, besides me basically drawing blanks with this company, hopefully those blanks will be filled, and I actually will enjoy these two shows that are gonna happen on Wednesday.
Yeah, very true. And like you said, man, us wrestling fans are the true winners here. And Tyler is here. Tyler, are you gonna see AEW Dynamite this week on Wednesday on TNT?
I'll think about it.
Yeah, you definitely should, because a lot of people
Remind
are
me.
going to be watching. Yeah, for sure, man. All right, so there were reports coming out that CM Punk tried out for the new Fox TV show, the wrestling TV show that Fox is going to do, where they'll do like an hour of highlights with Renee Young and Booker T. And apparently, CM Punk's agent reached out to WWE and said that Punk's interested in being a host for the show. And and now this is just a rumor. The rumor says
What?
hold on. The rumor says that CM Punk was at the Fox studio doing a test screening for the show. This is like just super rumor. Like nothing is confirmed, but that was the rumor. So I was gonna ask you guys.
All right, then.
You already have Cam's reaction. What were your thoughts on CM Punk coming back to WWE in a non-wrestling role? Cam, what are you feeling right now?
That's what they should have done when he didn't want to wrestle. Just have him do like an on-screen thing, like commentary. If he doesn't want to wrestle, just do that.
Yeah, but Vince was always too stubborn to understand. He would always tell Punk, he's got this one,
Like, I know I make money, but my back is fucked.
Yeah, exactly. All these favors Vince owned like a mob boss, never returned them. And Tyler, what are your reactions to this rumor/news?
I don't believe that, considering this man hates Vince McMahon. I'm pretty sure he still does.
And Hunter, don't forget Hunter.
And everyone, yeah. So I won't really believe that until Bleacher Report or someone says something.
Yeah, Bleacher has to say something, or ESPN.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Definitely take this with a grain of salt. And Ziggler, your thoughts?
I only have 4 simple words. Who gives a fuck?
He channels his inner Roderick Strong, though, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
I know you're not a CM Punk fan.
We moved on.
I mean, he was a shit fighter. He was a sloppy wrestler. He was an alright promo artist. What's the hype? Literally, what's the hype? Who gives a fuck about him coming back? Literally, Well, I don't get the hype surrounding this man. Who cares? There are so many better wrestlers wrestling right now, better than CM Punk, Seth Rollins, Daniel Bryan, Kenny Omega, Kazuchika Okada. These
People are going to be up your ass for
CM
mentioning Seth
Punk
Rollins.
cannot compare to these wrestlers. He is mediocre in the ring at best. He couldn't even compare to John Cena. John Cena's a better wrestler than him. People like...
And he, quote-unquote, can't wrestle.
But he can.
If he can't wrestle, then what is he doing?
John Cena, he's making movies.
No, I always ask this question and nobody answers it. If he or she can't wrestle, then what the hell are they doing? You're not wrestling.
Yeah, it's a pretty idiotic comment. But yeah, I mean, I knew we were going to get that kind of reaction from Ziggler. I knew it. Didn't disappoint. But yeah. All right. So, with that, we're going to conclude this week's episode of W.M.S.T. Yeah. I guess you can tell that to a lot of fans.
I will. I'll tell him to their face. He's a shit fighter. He's a sloppy wrestler. He's a mediocre at best person. He's not even a good person. He's a piece of shit.
Damn.
All
right.
Like sometimes.
Yeah. But yeah, so yeah, with that, we're going to conclude this week's episode of WMST. As always, make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel, spread the word, as next week we're going to have a all hands on deck week. We're going to review Raw. We're going to have video reviewing SmackDown, AEW, NXT, and of course we're going to have the Joker review out on Thursday. So please stay tuned for that. And Cam, you got an intro for us? I mean,
as if Ziggler shit talking CM Punk isn't an outro enough.
Yeah, that's true. So Ziggler, you know what to do. Hit the goddamn music.
Make me.
Hey everyone, hope you enjoyed that video and make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And click on the channel to check out some more awesome videos like our movie and wrestling debates and our interviews with people like the Wrestling Classic and Jordan Jomo from the IGWC. And we are definitely looking into delivering you all some more content in the near future, so definitely be on the lookout for that. And thank you for your support.